new blues band called Black Hat Bones. Actually, he's new to the band. It's a band that's been around for like 15, 20 years. Crazy! Hey everyone, so I just had to run across this area and it started to pour, and thankfully they're under like a ramada, but at the same time the rain is coming in sideways and it's just really stormy. So we waited about 45 minutes and then it let up, so I shot a little video footage. Let the people leave. Time to get rougher and rough. Days getting tougher and tough. Make a lot of money. But now I'm headed home because I still have not drained, and I need to go home and do that, because sometimes when you keep the dextrose in too long, or longer than it should be in, it's like you kind of feel sick, and that's how I feel right now. I feel like nauseous. I'm assuming it's because I just need to drain. Plus I haven't eaten today. It ended up being a very long fast day, even though I wasn't thinking that in the beginning, but it's just the way it turned out. So anyways, I am headed home, gotta drain, and then I might come back, or I might go ahead and just stay home and then go to the jam. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I definitely need to skedaddle, so here I go. The other thing real quick is that because it rained, the temperature has dropped, but the humidity has risen, and it is really thick out there. I am thankful to be driving home in this temperature though, because I think it's a little bit better than driving over here. My air conditioner will not be fixed until Monday. Okay, so here's the end result. Good morning, it's the next day. I haven't had time to situate these, but look how he puts them so nicely together. Okay, I got it all set up. Everything's fixed and in order. So good morning everybody. I'm sitting here with my cup of coffee. I ran out to take the trash out and it was so humid. Boy, that rainstorm that happened yesterday was insane. And to a point. I mean, it was a good rainstorm, but you could see it over on Mount Lemon, like building and building. And Donnie actually had a gig, and so I ended up getting stuck in the rain, waiting for it to let up so that I could leave. The band had to wait to play because it was an outside event. I wanted to go back to the show, but then I decided, nah. Especially because, again, my car does not have air conditioning, and so I can't deal with that. I could deal with a lot, but that's just horrendous. I was humored on the way over there though, because I had to pick up my car because Katie was using it, and so when I went over there, I couldn't find it, and I was laughing because I'm like, she did go to work, right? But we ended up finding it behind the building where the employees park, and so I just thought it was so funny because we were like driving around and around. And then it's funny when you're looking for your car, how many cars resemble your car. Does that ever happen, like in parking lots? You're like, that's it. No, wait, that's not quite right. Thankfully, my car actually has very distinguished things, like my license plate has my name, and I have purple seat covers. So altogether it worked out. But whew, when I got in it, it was hot. And then I rushed over to where Donnie was going to meet me so that I could give him his clothes. Halfway there, though, I do have to say that the AC did work, and then it died again. So that was pretty sweaty. And then when we got to the venue, it was outside, and I was like, this is gross and hot. And then the rains came. So on the way home, it was nicer because the rains had come, and therefore it was a lot cooler. You can feel the humidity, but not like this morning. Boy, Donnie took Smokey out to go potty. I took some trash out, and I was like, whoa, you can like cut the humidity with a knife. It was so thick. Thankfully, my AC in the apartment is working just nice. Tonight we're headed down to Bisbee. Donnie has a gig down there, and we're going to take Ben, drop him off at my parents' house, and then head up to Old Bisbee for that gig. And it's a really late gig according to the world now. Seems like after COVID everything kind of shuts down earlier, but up there it's going to be 9 to 1 this morning, and then we're gonna go and hang out with Jasmine and Steve, probably for the night. We may go ahead and drive back to Tucson, I'm not quite sure yet, but that's our adventure. Waiting for Charlie, he's gonna show up here. So I did my exchange, and then I'm thinking I need to continue on it continue on it, that doesn't make sense, sorry. Like what happens is when you have events or things that go on and interrupt your natural dialysis day, then you have to kind of think like, if I started my dialysis at 7, I need to do it right at 10. I need to do it right at 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. That should be Charlie's nap time anyways. 2, 3, 4 will end me draining at 4, which will work out perfect because we need to leave here at 4:30. So that'll give me, as long as I start my drain at 4, I can be done with that. I don't have to worry about that on the road. And then tomorrow, if we do spend the night, I have to take my stuff. So I would need to fill and do an exchange. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be crazy because I also have a country jam event at Rockabilly. So we're going to get into town. We have to go to Costco to get the cake for a birthday. We have to go to the place early to decorate for the birthday. Plus I have the pop-up shop that night. Plus the country jam. Like it's gonna be kind of insanity, but and dialysis. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what my time is tomorrow. So today isn't so bad in my timing, but tomorrow is gonna be intense. I never skip a day. Another thing I wanted to talk about is something that, you know, you guys hear me talk a lot about the heparin, you know, so you have to inject the heparin into your bag, and that helps to break down the fibrin that happens in your body, especially in your port area. And so I have a little trick. So when I first started dialysis, it was weird because you get syringes because you have to inject and have sterile injection with the heparin into your bag. And so you have to put the Alcavis on there. There's like these whole steps you have to do. But then it's like, what do you do at the end of using your needle? Right? Because you can't, I mean, you can throw it in the trash, and probably a lot of people do. But then I kind of got worried about like, what happens if the little cap comes off? Or I don't know, I just feel weird, like somebody could get stabbed by this needle. Not that there's anything terrible with the needle or germs with the needle necessarily, and it's just heparin, but you never know. When Javi was a little boy, probably, I want to say he was probably 3 years old. 2 years old. 3. I don't know. We had lived in this little apartment, and we had fostered these cats. My friend was out of town, and she's like, I just need help for like 2 weeks. She had a family emergency, so we took in the mama cat who had like 3 little baby cats. And so she would feed the mama cat canned cat food. And so I took the canned cat food and threw it away in the trash after I gave her her food. And what I didn't realize is that the lid of that can did not fold into the can. That's what I like to do. Like, I like to replace the lid back into a can to protect it from cutting, right? Well, we were in a hurry and we were going out the door, and sure enough, Javi's little foot slid past that trash can, or that trash bag, and sliced his foot open, the top of his foot open, and I snatched him up. We went to emergency. We got it. We held him all together. It did slice his foot off, but it did slice that very top skin layer. Thankfully, it missed that major artery or vein, whatever's on top of your foot. He had to have stitches. They tried to distract him with a popsicle, but he was like all into watching them stitch his foot. It makes me cringe to this day, because just knowing that slice went right through there. So anyways, it freaks me out about having needles or sharp things around, and I try to take good effort in making sure that doesn't happen, because it's like, oh, so avoidable. Anyways, so coffee cans, and they have to be kind of the taller ones so your syringe fits in well, is a great container for your syringes. I'm sure you could probably use one of the very many boxes you get. I found that this is the most effective because we drink a lot of coffee, and so that one is full. This is our latest coffee that we drank, which is not very hearty, I would have to say. I mean, we buy it because of the cost effectiveness, but for coffee itself, it's a little disappointing. But I like a really nice strong kick in the face in the morning, so with coffee. So that's why I really like the darker, bolder flavors, but that's fine. But it works really well. So this will be my new container for my syringes. That way everything's put away carefully, and it just sits right on my cart. And it's kind of child-proof-ish. Like Charlie is not allowed to touch my cart. He knows this, and he gets in big trouble if he even puts a finger on it. Just because I do have syringes. I have bleach he could accidentally drink. I have hand sanitizer I don't want him to drink. Plus the fact there's contamination, and he's a little kid, and he has a sibling who is around other kids. It's like a whole germ factor. So he's not allowed to touch the cart, and gets in big trouble when he does. And he's really good about it, though. He really understands that he's not supposed to touch that. So anyways, I'll let you go. Have a great day, to drink your water. If you can't drink water, try to find a substitute that's close to that, because I know, like, one of my best friends, Glinda, she has such a struggle with drinking water that she gets those little flavoring things to put in there. Whatever it is, just keep your liquids up, I guess. Unless it's liquor. Maybe not the liquor. All right, talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.